Hey everyone, Not So Ace Trainer here with Not So Ace TCG, and today I have the list I'm using for the new Hide and Sneak deck from the Pitch Black set. It is a fairly simple list. I'm running 15 sneakers because I want to have the chance of closing the games with Spiritomb. I have 4 Dhelmise because they are the main attacker of the deck. I have 2 Lillie's Clefairy EX for Polt in case one is prized, and of course I have Fez, even though I kinda did not want it there because it's a 2 prize liability, but it's just too good for me to avoid putting it in the deck. I also have 1 Flutter Mane for the Festival Eve matchup because if you promote Flutter Mane after one of your Pokemon is knocked out by Dipplin or by Seeking, it cannot attack again as it has no ability. And I also have 1 Patrat because even though Munkidori cannot put damage counters on your Hide and Sneakers, it can still move them and heal through that, and if you have Patrat, it cannot do that, so Munkidori becomes basically useless. Supporters are 4 Lillie, 3 Boss's Orders, and 2 Gwynn. Gwynn is a new supporter. You discard 2 Pokemon that don't have a rule box and you draw 3 cards for each of your Pokemon that you discarded. But, and even though it feels like this card is perfect, you should play 4 of them in this deck, most of the time it just is not that good, so you're better off having access to other supporters or other means of discarding than just having 4 Gwynn in your hand, which might end up being a dead supporter. Secret Box is the ace spec of choice because it gives you access to way too many plays and it discards 3 cards from your hand, so possibly 3 sneakers. And also you can use Legacy Energy, Brilliant Blender, and even Prime Catcher, but I prefer the Secret Box. I also have 2 balloons in case I want to retreat something and just don't want to pay the retreat cost. And also I have 1 Lillie's Pearl because this makes your Clefairy a 1 prizer and it's good against Polt because they will always target your Clefairies. And also if you open with Clefairy and you just don't want to leave that 2 prize liability, make it a 1 prize liability. Then we have Prism Towers, 3 of them to discard. You discard 2 cards, 2 cards can be 2 sneakers, and you draw 1 card. It's just very good. And since you're discarding, and because sometimes you have to discard cards that you don't really want to get rid of, but you kind of have to in order to find better cards, I also have 3 Night Stretchers. This gets you your Dhelmise that are knocked out, or even energies, of which I have 4 telepathic energies. This can get you other Pokemon because you have a lot of psychic Pokemon, and I have 3 basic psychic energy. Overall, the deck is good with a very nice Polt matchup, which is always nice, but it isn't as good as people made it out to be when the cards were revealed. But in order for you to see it, let's get into some games. Alright, we lost the coin flip. Let's see what the opponent wants. Okay, they will go first, I'll go second. I don't mind that. I do not mind that. Maybe we get a donk this time. Or maybe we don't. Let's see. Alright. Fez is really not the one I should be opening with, but here we are. It's against another one of this, so another hide and sneaker. If they don't have anything to put down, there's a... No, I cannot do that. It's always gonna be tough. It's weird to me how they find space for the Dunsparce package or even I tried to get a Dracloak package into the deck because I felt like, yeah, we need some draw here, like 100%. And when I got to, I wasn't looking at the amount of cards I had in my deck, but I had like, you know, the hide and sneakers, the draw package and all that, the items that I needed. I looked at that and it was like 52 cards and I still didn't have any supporters or energies. And I was like, okay, this is not great. Like this is not how it should be, like 100%. Okay, I need to do, I'm thinking I'm gonna go Gwynn for this 2. Yeah, I'll win for this 2 because this gives me 6 new cards. Alright, then I can do this. Oh, this is very good actually. Yeah, we're gonna be attacking on the first turn. This is really what you want, really. I'm gonna get a boss on my hand as well because we never know. The balloon as well. We have the energy. So unless, which I should have checked, unless I prized all my Dhelmise, I didn't. No Dhelmise prize. 3. Okay, I think we're fine actually. Yeah, this is great. This is an actual good opening hand because we can do everything we need right here. There's no complaints despite opening with a Fez, and that's why I have the balloons actually, because I thought about not having them. Like most of your stuff is either, it's good to be on, like it's either 1 retreat cost or if you have a Dhelmise on in front of, like in the active spot, you're going to be attacking, so it's fine. I'm not going to give them the Prism Tower. I don't think I should. It's better for me if they don't have the actual draw from it. So yeah, let's start. I think right now, as far as my experience with the deck, which isn't a lot, the deck is very new, but I do feel like if you start taking the first prizes, you win. Like, it's very hard to do the whole, okay, let me do the matcha spin and start drawing dealing, you know, damage to everyone, so I can do a 2-prize turn against a 1-prize deck. That's very cool, very hard to do as well. So I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I feel like they don't have any hide and sneaker. This is gonna be hard. I don't know if they should have. No, they did put the Shuppet. Okay, it can save them if they do a Banette, if they have like a dead hand or something. But if they have nothing here, and you just do the first prize, then I'm just gonna be dealing enough damage to just knock them out every single turn. They have nothing that survives this. I have Fez, so I can always use Fez for that, but then Fez becomes a liability because it goes down. Right now I know that if they boss Fez, they don't knock out Fez unless they do a match spin first. And like I said, if you see one of those Poltchageists, just go for that. It's better for you to knock that out than deal with the aftermath of 40 on each of your Dhelmise, because 2 of them will be knocked out eventually if things go their way and they can use a Spiritomb. So it's kind of a hard thing. But overall, like, I think the deck works fine. I just think that when you break, you really do break. You know, it's despite you having like a whole bunch of stuff, there's too many Pokemon in your deck, so once you start breaking, you start drawing, there's too many dead cards for you to draw. Because if you don't have a Prism Tower, then you're drawing Pokemon, and you can't do anything with them. You know, there's a lot of evolutions. Like, by the way, I have 3 Poltchageist and 4 Sinistcha, just because of that. I don't want to open with that, so I have more evolutions than I do basics. That way I have them for discard fodder, basically. As much as I try to do the whole, you know, match spin and Spiritomb, it's not going to happen all the time. Most of the time what happens is actually someone was vengeful anchored, and because they were vengeful anchored, they were retreated as well, so they have 170, you don't have boss, and you finish the game by taking that out, because 170, if it stays on the Pokemon, it doesn't matter if it is a Mega, because it's going to be knocked out by Spiritomb, so you always have that ability, you have that, you know, that choice right there. So yeah, but the opponent is not really doing a lot. They gave me Shuppet, so I mean, sure, I can deal with that. Gonna get this one down. Maybe I shouldn't actually get this one as well. I think now there's really nothing much they can do, because I'll just go for their Dhelmise, and I'm not gonna give them sneakers. I don't even need to discard mine, you know. There's no point in moving a lot, because after you discard those 4, you really are just doing all that you need to do. Like, there's really not much for me to say. And only on specific matchups, I'd say... I think that the grass decks, the Ogre Pond decks, are really the best example. Like, for example, if you go against a Raging Bolt, or something like that, like a Slop Box or anything like that, if you do 40 to every single one of them, that is awesome. Like, if you can do that on your second turn, like you go first, for example, you open with Poltchageist, you can discard 6 of the hide and sneakers, do 40 to everyone, that's great. Because then your 170 can knock out every single one of them. But most of the time, you're just there to discard them. I truly believe Dhelmise Beatdown is like the best version of the deck. All of the other ones, there's just too many things. Like, I've got hit with AZ's Tranquility. Like, I did 40 on a... I don't even know if it was like a Mega Greninja, but something like that. Like one of those, I think it was a Zoroark actually. It was a Mega Greninja Zoroark deck. I hit it for 40, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna start doing the whole thing, and then I'll just, you know, knock them out with Spiritomb later. What happened was, like, AZ's Tranquility, heal the Zoroark, switch, and I was like, huh, there's some stuff here out there that heals, you know? Because you do have the Ice Cream, and more than one deck uses the Ice Cream. So you're better off just dealing 170. Because if they heal 80 from the 170, it's still, if it is not like a big mega, it is still in your favor. That's a lot of cards. 12 cards in your hand. You gotta attack this turn. There's no way you don't attack this turn. Like, absolutely no way. Because if they don't attack me, and even if they don't, like I said, like I have 4 prizes. Unless this is a legacy energy build, and that's the only way to swing the mirror in a way. Like, it's if one doesn't play the legacy and another one plays the legacy energy, that does mess up the math a little. But for the most part, that's not what's happening. Also, with the Flutter Mane, you have the ability to trap the Dunsparce in the active spot, which, even though there's no watchtower, they cannot use the ability, so unless they boss around the Flutter Mane, you're locking them there, and there's no way they're going to be able to retreat the Dunsparce. So, yeah. I'm assuming they have the 4 right now. Yes, they do. They do have it. They have the Dhelmise. I'm assuming this has to be a legacy build, I'd say. It has to. I think with 12 cards in your hand, I think you'd have the secret box and all that, so it has to be something like that. Okay. Our game plan is really simple. Let's just keep every Dhelmise with an energy and just knock out everything. That really is the way. I could try to do a matcha spin, but I don't think I should. Yeah, I don't think I should. Let me just flip first. I'm not using the Poké Pad. I think I'm going to be saving that, honestly. Okay. I don't think Spiritomb is going to come out in this game as well, so might as well just do this. Right? And I don't think I had any of the... Okay, there's one over there, so I can just go get it. I need to have every single one I need right here. There we go, perfect. And I'll just Lillie, really. Maybe I get the red card eventually, because I do have the red card for these situations. I don't want to Shuppet, so let me just do that. I'll get this guy over here. I didn't want 70. There's really not much to do. The 40 damage could come in handy though. Like, I could definitely do something like, you know, like hit the Dhelmise and then just knock out 2 of them for the last 2 prizes. But I'm not sure that's the best decision. If they had something damage or something, but if you damage something, you knock them out. Like, that's what's happening here. They have energies for sure, because only 2 telepathic are down. So the only way to mess me up is just this being the legacy energy. Okay, there's a Poltchageist there. I cannot hit it with a 40, by the way, because the Ghost Veil ability does protect them from the match spin. And I think that's what they're trying to do, actually. I think they might be wanting to do the Poltchageist thing. So I wouldn't mind to boss the Poltchageist. I have 2 boss in the deck, I think, or maybe one is prize. I'll check it. I should have checked. That's always my worst. My worst mistake is always not really price checking, and I do that at IRL as well. Like I check mostly for the Pokemon, and then I just play for the vibes, you know. Okay, red card. That's perfect. I don't mind it. Yeah, we have a lot of good cards in the deck. I did not use the Lilies. I had 3 Lilies. I used 1. 2 were shuffled in the deck. We have a lot of good cards. Is this gonna go on the Fez? Okay, they're gonna try to do a matcha spin on the Fez and knock out, take 2 prizes. That is actually not bad. That is not bad. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind going for the Poltchageist. I would not mind doing that. But I'm not sure I can, you know? I am not sure I can. So, let's see. There's also the... Nah, I can't. I was thinking, like, if I can charge a Flutter Mane, I can trap it the Dunsparce, and then start dealing damage on the bench anyway. With the Dhelmises and all that, but I don't think I can do that. It's like 3... yeah, they're gonna try to go for the matcha spin. Oh, alright. That makes it a lot easier. That makes things a lot easier. So, I don't think I need this anymore. Alright, let's do this. I'll discard the 2 of them. They probably have boss to get the Fez, but I'm at least not gonna be, you know, in the way of a Spiritomb. Because if they did 42 every single one of them, that's 4 prizes basically, because they will do Spiritomb eventually. They can still do this. Like, I'll run out of bosses or whatever. Like, I'll eventually not be able to boss the this thing, but I do not think I need to worry now, because it's 2 knockouts. I need 2 knockouts. I need 5 knockouts. Even if they knock out the Fez, which they very likely will, I will still be able to knock out their main. Yeah, they're gonna take 2 prizes now. So I do think I won't have to worry now, because I can knock out the active one, and whatever they put in front of me, unless it is again something that has a legacy energy, it's all over. What did they have really? They cannot have enough, actually. Neither can I. See how hard it is? Like, you need a lot. I have 8. You need 13. Spiritomb is a very, very fun card. I really, really like the card. I think the card is amazing. I truly feel like if it was 13, still 13, sure, it's hard to get because it's a strong attack, but if it was like 2, 3 Pokemon instead of 2, that would make sense. Would it be broken? Maybe. But it takes so long for you to get there that, I don't know, like nothing you do will ever be like super strong. If you build a deck to be like Turbo Spiritomb, it's never going to be the most consistent deck. So I truly feel like it is not that great to for it to be like only 2 Pokemon after all that you have to do. Like this is a long game. Sure, I'm not discarding everything. I'm just playing the game at a slower pace. But even then, they have 11 cards in their deck, and they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. They have 7 hide and sneakers. They're not going to be able to use the Spiritomb, and they have no damage counters. So it's not going to be a very good thing for them. I'll just Prism Tower these 2 away. And now I just have to attack twice. That's all I gotta do. Just attack twice and win. There's nothing that they have that can... I'm just in case they have... And I haven't seen the spec. Maybe it isn't the unfair... Maybe it is the unfair stamp or something. I don't know. So, I'll just make sure that I take away as many cards as I can from the deck. Because I have 2 with an energy, so they knock this one out, I promote the other one, and I just knock out whatever comes after this. I have a feeling they will simply concede. Unless, like I said, this thing will have the legacy energy. Because if it has the legacy energy, then it makes sense. Okay, there we go. That makes a lot more sense. Do I have a boss? I haven't checked yet. Perfect. I haven't checked yet if I have the boss. But maybe I do. I'll just say that. And even if it happens, it knocks this one down, goes down to 2 prizes. I knock this one down. I go down to 1 prize. They knock the next down. Oh, isn't that the second red card? No, this is the first red card. And I have a red card on my own. Okay. Great stuff. And I have an energy, so everything I need, I have it in my hand. You know? Everything I need. Unless they stall me or something with, I don't know. I really don't think there's a way for them to knock me out this time. I truly believe that... And see, the Dunsparce make your deck move, sure, but they're necessarily doing more than I am. I think they're doing too much, because they're not reaching any goal that is different than mine. I don't want to say the draw package makes it less consistent, because that doesn't make sense, but it kind of feels that way, you know? I think other cards could be there or something, because everything that they're doing, everything that they're drawing into, like they have 4 cards in their deck, I have 20. But I can't keep on dealing the same damage that they deal. I don't know. I think the deck works well on its own, and I do know that sometimes if I'm bricking, I'd definitely love to have a a Dunsparce in my bench or something. But yeah, I'll get this energy here. I'll red card them. I'm not even going Prism Tower because we never know. Like, I might have to Night Stretcher or something. All right, they conceded. I'm gonna choose heads here. Oh, thank you very much. That's a cool name. Brings back some memories. I actually didn't mind that. I'm gonna go second. Maybe I can donk. We never know. There's always the possibility of a donk with hide and sneak. I'm enjoying the deck. I was a big fan of... okay. Could be a worse hand. Not perfect, but playable at least. I like that. But I was a big fan of like Night March back in the day. I liked United Wings, even though it never really reached its full potential, and I was also a big fan, like a big fan of Ancient Box, so ooh, there's a chance of getting like 2 prizes on my first turn. Let's see how it goes. I would love to get a Dragapult game down, but if nobody's playing Dragapult, I can't really get a Dragapult game down, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But trust me, as long as you play your cards right, you know, like don't overextend with your deck and keep the resources so you can use them later. The deck is very good against Dragapult, but know that they will always chase your what's her name? They will always chase your Clefairies. So be ready to have to Night Stretcher them because you're definitely gonna need that. I'm gonna do this actually. Ooh. That is definitely gonna be a knockout here, 100%. Okay, I'm gonna get this, and what is it? Oh, I have no more stadiums. I was like, there's one spot missing. Yeah, Lillie's the one. Poké Pad maybe. I don't even know. Like, I think it doesn't really matter. Like, I might just use it for the extra Dhelmise, but I don't think it matters. As long as I have enough to discard one sneaker, which I do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do this. I don't know, the Fez maybe, just in case. I can just knock out the Meowth, and that's like, even if they had opened with just the Meowth, which for the most part doesn't really makes it like, it's annoying opening with the Meowth, but you don't fear getting donked most of the time. This deck now offers that possibility, which is pretty awesome. I really do like the deck. I think it is strong. I think if you break, you really break. That is the worst part. Like, it's really hard to come back from even though you are one price deck, and usually one price decks can kind of, you know, like work with the price trade and all that, and you do have the Banette, which is very good for that. I really feel like it's gonna be hard for you to come back from these situations. What a bit of a Slop Box with Dusknoir. And also, this is great because it doesn't knock out anything that I have. It's gonna lose all of its energies, and I can just of course it can probably do the same thing next again, but I'm in a very good position here. I can just attach another energy. I can have like a big hand, like a big hand, because I can go Gwynn, and you see what I mean. Like right here, Gwynn is amazing. I'm just gonna go like that. Gwynn is amazing here, like awesome. 6 cards. What else do you want, you know? But most of the time, you don't have 2 non-rule box Pokemon in your hand, so you're not gonna really be doing anything. I'm gonna thin quite a bit because I have all I need. I just want to be done with like all the cards that I don't want, so that's what I'm doing. I'll get the Lillie and the Clefairy down. That's Night Stretcher. I don't need it. I'll just 170, and there's a big chance that this is it. You know, like if they don't have another Pokemon, this is it. And even if they do, it's going to be very hard for them to recover from this. But yeah, it's after you get the 4 down, you're in a very good position. Okay, Rock Scouting, something is coming. 2 basics. Maybe the Noctowl, the Hoots. I don't know if, I mean, it's better than nothing, but I truly think that maybe the Hoots are not the best decision. They need something to promote after this, and I don't know what would make a difference, you know? Because they cannot attack, and even if they can like solve or something, because they cannot solve the hide and sneaker. So even if I just put a hide and sneak down, they cannot solve it. Well, they can, but I will be able to retreat. But they cannot torrential pump or anything. So yeah, this is annoying because Kangaskhan is going to come to the active spot. I might get a boss. I don't know. Maybe I do. But it's the same thing. Like, for example, right now, I'm going to hit Kangaskhan for 170. Awesome. That means that I can win the game just by using the Spiritomb later in the game, you know? Because that is kind of what it is. I'll do this. I'll get another one down. I think I'm very close to that, actually. 4, 8, 10, 11. So if I just, I don't know. I'm going to use Lillie's here. I'm going to get 1 regular energy down just because I might be able to Night Stretcher it later. But I have a lot of them down. So I'm in a position where, yeah, 4, 8, 9, 11. That if next turn I can get, you know, like I have the Air Balloon in my hand, so if they cannot do anything, I can just blow up the 2 of them, take 5 prizes, and that's it, you know? It is a very good deck. It is a very, very good deck. So, when it works, that is the thing. When it works, it is a very good deck. It is a very hard deck to actually play if you're bricking. Because you're dealing 30 damage. That's nothing, you know? Okay, they're probably gonna go... I don't think they're gonna go Ice Cream, actually. They're very likely not gonna go Ice Cream. I think we have a very good matchup against like Slop Box. We have a very good matchup against Dragapult. good enough. I think Dragapult is not as one-sided as people hope for, because it's Dragapult. It has like a whole bunch of things. If they hit all the hammers and you don't get, you know, like if you get unfair stamped, you know, it can really mess you up. The thing, okay, this is very good. I still have the balloon. They're not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna blow up the two of them, unless I'm very unlucky. But the thing is, that's why I have the Fez. I didn't have the Fez originally, but the unfair stamp, the red cards, if you have the Fez down, you can most likely you can recover. Okay, I need to get this one down. I didn't even see if I have the Spiritomb, by the way. Okay, that would be 12. But I'm not even sure I want to do that. Okay, I need to do this, that's for sure. I need to do this. Okay, I'm gonna use this first. I shouldn't. I should use Ultra Ball and Thin and all that, but okay, that is a win. That is a win because I can blow up the two of them, I'm pretty sure. If I have, and I do have the Spiritomb, so I can just do that. And I think I have all the things that I need. I'm not counting, but I should. Let's see. 3, 7, 11, 13. There we go. Spiritual Hand. I go this one and this one. And that's 5 prizes. That is 5 prizes right there, which is a lot of damage. And that's why I think the Spiritomb is hard to get, but in some situations, and mostly against the big guys, it's not, most of the time it's not against the small guys, despite what it seems. It's when the big guys have to retreat and you left them with like 170 damage or something like that, and you are able to close the game like that. Alright, we're going first in this one. We're opening with Poltchageist, which is not bad. I don't mind opening with Poltchageist. I'd rather open with Dhelmise, but Poltchageist at least has free retreat. Ooh. What's this gonna be? Fighting energies with risky ruins. Maybe it's gonna be some Rampardos deck, and that is not fun. That is not fun, because they have strong energy, and if they have strong energy, I cannot... Oh, it's Tauros deck. Alright. Raging Charge, this deals 44... Okay. Annoying, but not as annoying as it could be. So I'm gonna do... They might knock me out in the first turn, which is kind of annoying. But I kind of want to save Gwynn for the next turn. So what I'm gonna do is just get Banette, and I think next turn I'll try to just double Gwynn, like Gwynn 2 Pokemon away, because that's a lot of Pokemon, and it maybe lets me do a lot more. Because even if he gets knocked out, I'll just Night Stretcher, do the Gwynn, and hopefully have enough to knock out everything that I have to knock out. But it is gonna be tough. It is gonna be tough, because I understand the deck. They'll Risky Ruins, drop the Tauros down, and deal a lot of damage. Because if they have... it's 44 each, right? The attack does 40 damage for each Pokemon that has its name and has any damage counter. So, without counting the active, because the active is not damaged, that would be 200. So 240 is like the big number. They can probably do more with... like Area 0 under depths, but they have Risky Ruins. I mean, they could just Risky Ruins and Trolley and just fill the whole thing and be dealing 200 on turn 1, which is even better than the 170. That's what they're gonna do. That makes sense. They put down Risky Ruins. Or not. If they don't, if they just stop now and attack, I will 100%, I'll be knocking this thing out on the first turn. I know I will. Like, alright. I think I got it. They actually messed up everything a little bit, but I don't think they messed it up enough. I think I find it very hard to believe that I don't get the... I don't get this done, you know? I find it very, very hard to believe that I don't get this done. Fun deck, but I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Because they have weakness, so it doesn't matter, but they even have weakness. So yeah, I just gotta do this. I'll fail it. They should have used the trolley. I understand that what they're trying to do, but they should have used the trolley. Like, they just should have. I know it would mess everything up, and then they wouldn't have the damage counters. But maybe that wasn't the best decision. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm a very... that's one of the things that I think, like, I'm a very small deck. They don't have to deal 200 damage to knock me down, knock me out. So they could put down like 1 or 2 Tauros without damage counters, and then just be able to put a lot of them down next. Alright, we lost the coin flip. The opponent will choose who's gonna go first. Let's see who's gonna go first. Again, I don't mind either. I'd rather go second, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'd love to see a Dragapult. Like, I'd love to see Dragapult because that is the matchup that everyone wants to see. Not the best. Not the best situation here. Okay, see, these are the hands that I'm worried about. The best part, like, if you get a Gwynn or a Lillie, you can play the game and you are pretty fine. Okay, that's a Dragapult, I think. Might be a Typhlosion, Ethan's Typhlosion. Very good deck right now to deal with the Mega Excadrill. You knock them down, they cannot heal, everything's fine. Okay, we might... Okay, I think we might just donk the Dragapult. I wanted to get the Dragapult, but we might just donk it. I need 2 more Hide and Sneakers and an energy. That's it. I got it. Alright. That's it. I'm sick and tired of looking for the Dragapult, so... I mean, that's why you go second. They won. I don't know why they went first, but that's why you go second. You go second because you can donk them, so... That is basically it. That is it. That's the Dragapult. Usually it's harder. I can guarantee you that. Right, we have won the coin flip, so I'm choosing to go second. Mostly because there is a chance of you to donk your opponent. Because there's a lot of like evolving decks, and they'll probably just, maybe, if we're lucky, open with just 1 Pokemon and we're able to just do our whole thing. That happens a lot. Like, a lot of evolving decks want to go second because they can get a lot of cards down and be sure that they don't get knocked down, have access to a supporter, and you have the chance to do 170 on your first turn. And because that exists, we're not donking this time, but we might get a knockout. We have the Secret Box, we have at least 1 in our hand. It is possible for us to get a knockout. But we need a lot of things, though. We need a lot of things. But I do think it is. I think there's a big chance, because I can get Gwynn and a Poké Pad. Yeah, discard Banette and the other one. I think we can actually do this. Or start dealing damage, not actually knock out someone. Okay, so 3, 4, 4, 2. We have 1 Banette prize because 1 is in our hand, and we have no Dhelmise prize. I love that. Honestly, I'm gonna go Shuppet here, and I think I'll just Secret Box these 2 away, and even Dhelmise actually. I don't want to lose the Air Balloon. That is always good for later in the game. I think I'll do Poké Pad. Is any supporter? I'm just gonna Lillie, and I think there's a big chance we can actually do something here. I'll go the Lillie's Pearl. We don't need it most likely, so I can just discard it with the Prism Tower. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll get 1 Dhelmise here. I'll get the other one with the Telepathic Energy. I know I could not get it and just discard with the Prism Tower. That was bad on my part. I could have actually discarded another Hide and Sneaker. This deck is new. I'm still trying to learn my way around the deck. Actually, I'm not going to discard them now. I can get 2 Sneakers now and just start swinging. And I do get the 2 Sneakers because I can do Poké Pad, get... I'm going to get another Shuppet. I could Ultra Ball them away, but I'd rather just draw, honestly. After you get 4, unless you're doing like something very specific, like a matchup that is where you actually need a lot of stuff, I think you don't really need to do much. Like right now, I can just start swinging for 170, and there's nothing much that they can do. If you're like, for example, one matchup that I realized that it was cool to use the Sinistcha is against like Teal Mask Ogerpon. They have 210. If you hit 40 on everyone, then 170 knocks that out. But even then, it's a tough matchup. They are quite fast. I played against 1 Arboliva, and that thing was hard. That thing was very hard because they start knocking out everything. Okay, Froslass doesn't deal damage to my Hide and Sneakers or my Dhelmise, so I should be fine. See, even Fez, like if you hit 40 on Fez, then you can hit it with a 170 and knock it out. My issue with that, I actually had Black Belt at some point, but it just didn't come up. You know, enough times to make it. I don't think I ever used it actually. Like every time there was like a 210 Pokemon, I didn't have the black belt, so you know, why have it? I actually had it after I won against the Slowking, but I thought to myself, like, if I had the black belt, it would be better because I could use the black belt plus the 170 to knock out the Latias. But you know, most of the time that's not gonna happen. Okay, confusion. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I need to get the Patrat down as quickly as I can. They will start dealing damage with the Froslass to Patrat, but at least while it is down here, maybe we're gonna be fine. Yeah, let me think about this. We're not gonna use the Clefairy, so might as well just you know, throw down some other hide and sneakers. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna do this for now. Just get something out of the deck. I'm gonna get Sinistcha. I'll very likely just do this as well. Just get as many out of the deck as I can, so I can use Prism Tower and just have a better chance at getting something. But it's not gonna be easy. I kind of don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be on top deck. That is never great. That is never great. Well, this isn't great either. I will actually risk it. I take 6. I think I take. Yeah, it's fine. All right. But it's fine. Even if they knock me out, it's kind of annoying because, and they knock me out, I know that, but it is kind of annoying, but I think I might be able to actually do something. The Ogerpon is annoying as well. I don't have a Shaman. I thought about having Shaman, but for the most part, you only deal with, you know, you only deal with bench damage, like actual bench damage against Slowking, so, you know, I don't feel like worrying about that. This is going to be annoying. This is going to be very annoying. We're fine though. We're fine. As long as they don't start doing some weird shenanigans. Do I have an energy? I do not have an energy. Okay, I'll discard the 2 Ultra Ball. Screw it. I'll do this. Maybe I'm lucky enough to get something. Okay, Gwyn. I can actually use Gwyn, I guess. I can do this, get anything because I'm going to be discarding. And I get 3 Pokemon, 3 cards, which, I don't know, maybe not at all. Alright, no energy. Alright, not great, not great. On the other hand, if I do get an energy, and I can retreat or something, because if I get an energy I can retreat from, with the Air Balloon, I can boss the Fez, because the Fez is 40, and knock it out, which is very good. So, no, we get on a free prize. We have 3 prizes left. Crispin? What deck is this? Is this just Munkidori Froslass? It's like the new version of that? Because if they have the Teal Mask, I'm assuming it's not just for Sob. Yeah, exactly. It couldn't be just because of Sob. It had to be because of the Torrential Pump, I think. At least in my mind, it had to be that. So, do they have the Crystal? If they have the Crystal, this is going to be very annoying. Okay, they don't have the Crystal. I just need an energy. As long as they have an energy, I can do something here. But if I don't have an energy, it's not going to be fun. Okay, I can discard 2. If I have either an energy or something. Okay, that is not great. That is not great. Let me think about this. Because they're going to do something here. They're going to be knocking this out. They're going to be knocking 2 of them out with the Torrential Pump, I think. Okay, if they have another energy, I'm definitely going to be knocked out. And that's not going to be great. Man, it's these decks that are quite annoying because when you're building a deck like this, you're thinking about, okay, Dragapults and even Excadrill, which is a very annoying matchup because of the healing, you know, the Ice Cream and even Community Center. I've seen some using Community Center and it messes up the whole math because you do 170, 170, you knock it out. But if they heal 10, just that alone messes up the whole math. Here it's going to be annoying because they're going to Torrential Pump, almost for sure. Like they're not going to solve my 20 HP left. Yeah, they're gonna do the Torrential Pump. They're not knocking out. They should knock out the Patrat, I think. I think that would be better for them, actually. But I don't know if they'll just go for double Dhelmise. Yeah, double Dhelmise is just too... You know... It's just too inviting, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, the deck, for the most part, the deck works well, but when you break with this deck, you actually break with this deck, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna be knocked out going into their turn, which is not great. And there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to, okay, we have an energy. Are we losing now? If they evolve... Okay, I think we end up being fine if I'm gonna go for Fez. And I'm gonna draw 2 prize cards. So there's a chance we lose. Yeah, there is a chance we lose. I'm gonna get this here because this is knocked out. I don't have any Pokemon to put down. And if I do, I'm gonna draw 2 prize cards, meaning that if there's a Mega Froslass... Okay, if there's a Mega Froslass, I get hit for 150, which is enough to knock me out. So if they have it, they have it. You know? If they have it, they have it. I don't think they can knock me out any other way. But they did not promote the... They did not promote the Snorunt, so maybe? I can also get... Okay, no, I cannot get knocked out by Double Monkey plus Mind Bend. So if they don't have a Mega Froslass right now, I might be able to survive this turn, but I wouldn't count on it. I really wouldn't count on it. Because it doesn't feel like, okay, they might have it. But they have 3 different types of energies, so there's a chance that I do not lose. But basically, I lose to Mega Froslass and like Water Energy, Night Stretcher, whatever. No, not even Night Stretcher actually, because they did not discard. Yeah, it's shuffle. Okay, there's a Meowth. That gives me a little bit of hope, I guess. Just a tiny bit. I was gonna Night Stretcher the Patrat, but I don't think I should. I think I need to get more Dhelmise. Because there are 3... I'm down 3 Dhelmise. Okay, Lilies. Let's see. Maybe we're lucky. I think this Ultra Ball brings out the Mega Froslass, and then they're just wanting a Water Energy. Because if they get it, they get it. Yeah. If they get it, I'm down. That is annoying. That is a very, very annoying... very annoying situation. It's a confusion, man. Okay, this is actually very good. Okay, this is way better than anything I've had almost the whole game. I had a very good start, actually. Do they have the water? Nah, they have a Legacy Energy. Yeah, I lost. That's good. Oh well. The deck doesn't work all the time. The deck does not work all the time, and the confusion is also very annoying. But when this deck breaks, it really does. Think about Festival Lead. It's kind of the same thing, honestly. If you don't have that specific hand, if you're not lucky enough to open with something that is a Festival Lead ability guy, you're not going to do well. You're just not.